So I'm making headway on it, but I guess I'm gonna have to lose a corner of my man card for getting out the instructions. Yeah, I know it's not a GMC, it is a Chevy, but this is a 2020. Well, after weeks and weeks and weeks of searching all the websites and reading everything I could and watching YouTube videos and being thoroughly confused as can be, I finally decided on a rollaway bed for the camper. Yes, I know. I talked about it. I said there'd be no bed in the camper, but I can't sleep setting up like I used to, not in a zero gravity chair. I used to be able to do it with no problem. I guess I've just gotten older. So, I'm going to get this unpacked and see what we got. It weighs 50 pounds. Not too bad. And we'll get it put in there. You know, I have built hospital operating rooms and CT scanners that were less complicated than what this thing is. And yes, I had to open up the instructions. I'm really embarrassed to admit it. But this thing is unbelievable how many little parts and pieces there are. So I'm making headway on it. But I guess I'm going to have to lose a corner of my man card for getting out the instructions. Well, as with everything we buy today, it seems like there's something missing. The headboard's missing. The headboard is actually missing. And I think the frame's a little bit crooked, to be honest with you. Not the end of the world. We'll see once we put the mattress on it what it looks like. Wasn't $1 million, so... You know, I had looked really hard checking Goodwill and thrift shops and stuff to find an old frame and then just get a mattress for it, and you can't find them anymore. I know when I was a kid, those things were built like a tank. Probably would have weighed that much too. So I'll get it up in there, get the mattress on it, and then I'm going to have to call Wayfair and say, hey, where's my headboard? Well, I'm really shocked. It is very comfortable. I don't even think I need a different mattress for this. And there we go. It takes about 30 seconds and it's folded up. To me, it looks almost like the mattress is a little longer than what it's supposed to be. Could be because of the headboard. And then it's really easy to roll. I don't know if I can. Oh, yeah. One hand while I'm holding the camera. And I just put it back. And then I can store it up against the wall. There we go. For travel days, I can just put it down. Yeah, I really like this. I'll tell you what, by the time this video airs, I will have used it several times. If I really like it, I'm going to go ahead and put a link to this mattress in the description. So you guys, or this entire bed, for any of the rest of you that are doing a project like this. Because I really think this is the ticket. This thing only weighs 50 pounds. And I was impressed how comfortable it was. And if it isn't, you know, maybe I'll have to get a mattress topper to throw on it or under it, or get a bigger mattress. But of course, the problem with a bigger mattress is going to be it's not going to fold up. So yeah, I'm really liking this thing. Pretty impressed. Well, I said I wouldn't do it. I said I wouldn't do it. I said my truck was good enough. I didn't want a 2500. I found one. And maybe now I can tell you why I didn't want a 2500 before. But they looked and they looked, sorry about the sun, and they found one for me. So let me introduce you to my new vehicle. I'm waiting for them to get it ready for me. Well, this is it. Yeah, I know it's not a GMC. It is a Chevy. But this is a 2026 2500 HD. It's missing a lot of the things that my Sierra had. Doesn't have running boards, but we found out they're included, and they will be putting the running boards on it. Not today, I'm assuming, but they will. Doesn't have the spray-in bed liner. That I didn't like. But again, I can always have that put in if I really decide I need a bed liner. And with the tonneau cover, and I will have to have a tonneau cover put on it. My old tonneau cover wouldn't fit. It does have the hookup for the trailering cameras. Of course, after I already bought a Halo View, but from what I understand, using these can be a real pain in the ass anyway, because you've got to run wires to the back to hook those up. Not sure I was really in for that. It doesn't have the Pro tailgate. That was a killer for me too. And it doesn't have the rear window. That's another one. So yeah, there were a lot of cons with this truck. I gotta be honest with you. But it is a 2026 Silverado LT. It has the 6.6 liter gas engine in it. I did not want a diesel. That was another issue I had, was getting a diesel. But it's got all the whistles and bells otherwise inside that my Sierra had. It's got the big 13-inch display, and it's got heated seats and trailering controls, descent control. It's got all the things. It is a Z71, so it's like my X31 package. It's got the skid plates and everything, but yeah, I pulled the trigger. I know I said I wouldn't do it. Said I was going to be happy with my 1500, and I was, until I was finally able to locate a truck that met the criteria. And that's something maybe we'll have to talk about now. This is a really kind of a subject that's can be highly controversial, to be honest with you. But it is something I'll stand by as far as GVWRs going down the road from state to state and what is and isn't required. So I got the call this morning from my salesperson, T, and she let me know that yes, this truck was here. Just came in today. Like I said, it's 2026. And the price was right. They did me really well with that. Gave me a good price for trade for my Sierra. So I took it. So I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable towing my trailer or any trailer with this vehicle. So, and the insurance raise was negligible. Who knows what it's going to cost for the plates for this, but I'll just have to wait and see for that to go up to 2,500. But being the GVWR is under 10,000, it's the plates probably aren't going to be that bad. So, all right, just an update on what I've decided to do and why. I'm coming to you from one of my future test camps where I'm setting and editing this particular video. I want to address this situation with the truck and kind of explain myself. I'd always, in the earlier videos, had said that I wanted to stick with a 1500 series truck or a half-ton truck. The reason for that is I had learned years ago, and I had confirmed in recent years, that if you are crossing state lines with a 3/4 ton truck that GVWRs at over 10,000 pounds, you are required to have DOT numbers if you are in the commission of doing something that generates income. Whether it's doing YouTube videos or going to trade shows or whatever it is. Now, I did not take this lightly or as a rumor or anything. I called the Indiana State Police Motor Division, the Illinois State Police Motor Division, and the Michigan State Police, all state police right around me. And they all did confirm that actually this is true, that if you are out there and you're doing something that makes money and your GVWR exceeds 10,000 pounds, which most 3/4 ton trucks do, then you have to have DOT numbers. Not a CDL, but you do have to have DOT numbers if you're crossing state lines. If you stay within your state, it varies, but like in Indiana, you can be up to 22,000 pounds and you're not required to have DOT numbers as long as you don't leave the state. So with that being said, when I had looked at trucks, I settled on the Sierra half-ton because at the time I could not find any General Motors trucks, which I'm a GM guy. Now, with Ford F-250s, it's not hard to find one that is GVWR'd at 10,000 pounds for this very reason. So, as you just saw in the video, when they called me and they found this truck, I had to get it. I wanted that extra confidence in knowing that it wasn't going to be an issue. And now I have a truck that actually weighs more than what the trailer does, which is a really good feeling going down the road. So that's just a little explanation I figured I kind of owed everybody.